waiting for you guys to come on. Hi. Waiting to, I know it's very, this is impulsive. This was guided, you know, one of these impulses, just do it. So I was in the middle of a lovely clearing upgrade. We got new energies that came in. Oh my gosh. So today, maybe we've done some releasing, but today, wow, I was feeling better and better, and my energy just keeps rising and rising. You know, when you're feeling so wonderful, like on a high, you want to dance, and you just, yeah, the energies are like, wow. So my energy's just gone, whoops, up, and I'm feeling fantastic. And I started to do a meditation, and yeah, I knew it was coming up, big clearing to do, upgrade, another shift, and it was like, oh my gosh. And I thought, right, I've got to share this with other people. I don't know where they are on their journey, depends, you know, some people aren't be ready for this, but I'm going to do it, and wherever they, you know, they can join and they can watch it later, I'll upload it to YouTube, and then they can participate later. But oh, is it so amazing. And it gives you, do you only feel liberated? Does it notch you up a shot? Wow, it's amazing. So I'm going to share this with you. I'm going to do a live channeling meditation upgrade. It's releasing a lot. This is a big release. And it's like, ooh, and you go up in light, and you know, wow, it's lovely. So I thought I will do this with you. I was busy, and I just thought, go loud, you know, share it. I thought, all right. I was quite happy here doing my thing. So, anybody wants to join, please do so. Get your crystals. I felt like mine. I had to quickly, because I exactly couldn't go live. I was sitting on my floor here, you know, privately. So I thought, oh, if I'm going to go live, I do need to do a few things first. Make myself respectable for public. Anyway. You know, yeah, a bit warm here, so I didn't need to dress appropriately. All right, lovely people. So let me get into it again. Oh, so enjoying this. So we're going to do a live meditation together. And let's see what comes through, and I'll tell you what I cleared. Oh, it was so nice. It was a big clearing. So you're really dropping a lot of shit. You got to, we've been doing in stages. You start off on this journey, I don't know where you are, and your soul start cleaning out your personal shit, and then it starts clearing out collective things, and then you start clearing out beliefs, and then you start clearing out, oh well, depends how much you know you've got in you. And I had a lot of stuff to clear. Most of us do, been traumatized. There's a lot of collective trauma which most people don't realize. So it's stuff like all the stuff you've seen on the news or wherever you worked, you know, wars and drama and suffering and poverty and and you know, other things that have been broadcast. It's all obviously all negative shit. Mess, you know, mass suffering, and so it invokes a lot of things in you, a lot of emotions which are, none of them are positive. They're all dark, dense energy, and most people, it's not something you think of clearing. So you've watched TV and you've seen enough of it in our lives, police, plenty, especially in this, you know, carnation. So it's all you've taken on, and you don't realize they activated all these emotions in you whenever you watched it, and you've hung on to this shit. You haven't let it go. So you've got a lot of shit to let go that you've hung on to, which is to do with the collective. It's politics, it's government, it's war, it's, you know, collective shit. Big time. And people haven't realized that, they haven't let go of either. It's sitting in you. You know, it's either been anger, rage, this and that. Many different things. You let go of them all, release them all, okay? Okay, so we're going to do this, a collective clearing. I did one. I've done quite a lot of them there, but wow, this is amazing. Okay, so let's get back in again. I'm going to just get back into that, if you don't mind. Excuse me. All right. so what you all need to do, or you can do, I'll explain this process to you. There's a lot of light. The light's amazing. So what I was guided to do was sit down and release collective trauma that I'd taken in, right, from all these wars and nonsense that we watched. So I sat down, first of all, and you do your breathing as you normally do. Align your heart and brain, breathe through your heart chakra. Cleared all my chakras, made sure all my chakras were clear and open, all my energy points and meridians, so the energy can move freely. Must be no blocks, so the energy can move freely through you. So I did all that. Then I called them all in for assistance to help me, because it's a lot of clearing. And released all energies, frequencies, vibrations, emotions, beliefs, thoughts. You know, you take them on. When you're in those areas and watching all this, you didn't realize you did. Because you were triggered by what you saw, what you felt. So I released all of that energy, all energy, emotions, thoughts, beliefs that I had taken on, you know, in connection with government, politics, and war. I released all those energies, emotions, thoughts, feelings, okay, all I wanted completely. But my intention was, and which I did, was to release it, right? So release it from you want my instructions. When I release, it's from my cellular structure. So I asked them in, and I called them in and asked to remove and release all of this energy from my cellular structure, my DNA, my Akash, mind, body, spirit, thoughts, consciousness, and the crystalline grid. So it's completely cleared. Now I want all of that residue, the residue of any of that energy. I want all of that frequency, vibration, thoughts, dark dense energy, negative beliefs, all of it. So all those dark dense energies, frequencies, vibrations, residue, all the negative beliefs, gone, released. Then all old energy from the old paradigm we've hung on to. So what a lot of people still have a lot of the old energy, which is the, you know, old dimension, the lower dimension energy. As it takes time to go up. So I released all the old energy completely. So I only have the new energy, the new paradigm, the new energy, none of the old energies from the old paradigm. But you release them with love and thank them, because we chose to carnate to drop into that density, to experience the ego and the separation to the depth we did. So so I released all the old energy, all of it, which is all that shite. Right? I released it all with love, thanks, and appreciation for the lessons, okay? For the lessons, for the experience. And you send that old energy off with love and appreciation for all. Okay, because it was a willing thing you've taken on, right? So anything you release it with love and a thank you and appreciation. All your lessons, or whatever you've been through. Even when you cut bonds and ties with other people, when you have you're clearing your thing, you're doing your karma, your forgiveness, you always release them with love and thank you for the lessons, and wish them well. You see them off into the light, right? So I released all old energy willingly from the old paradigm. I release all old energy from the old paradigm. Willingly, consciously, throughout, same, all frequency, resonance, throughout time, in my DNA, consciousness, thoughts. Clean your thoughts. Release all thoughts that are dark, dense, and negative as well. You really got to do your cleaning, people. You clean that up, and oh my gosh, will you feel amazing. So now you've only got new energy. You've released all the old energy from the old dimension, the old paradigm, and you've released it with love and thank you and appreciation for your lessons and your thing, Because remember, all is part of source. Everything is part of source. All energy, all that is one. So in this thing we have, there's always an opposite. Like a magnet, same thing. Hot, cold, there's always two ends. So there we are, it's all part of source. And we just chose, to... So now I've released it all, but that's a choice, depending on where you are, I've released it all. And it is so amazing and light, and it's like, oh my gosh, the light is just, wow. Wow, wow, wow. You feel as light as a feather, especially at the moment in this current energy. So yeah, people work through that. So cleanse it, because you want to release it through all time, space, continuum, dimensions, the cache, the grid, because that's where it's stored as well. It's like a backup of your cache. DNA, cellular structure. Okay, chakras. I mean, when I do a cleaning, I clean the closet. I don't leave it unturned, you see, to make sure I've kept none of that. And it's such an amazing, it's lovely, wow. You've released a lot of that energy, people. Okay. So good. And you feel a hell of a lot lighter. Yeah. You're releasing all the old. And I had a lot of old energy in me, because I had some people, it's okay sitting on their TV, but I was working in some of those countries, and you can't escape. And that was your day-to-day life and job. So you were very much surrounded by the real nasties of life, and the worst of life, and yeah. So I had taken on a lot of that, yeah. Anyway, so released all of that. Okay, but most people don't realize your negative thoughts, frequencies, and emotions, and especially if you think about something. Like today, like as Joe Dispenza says, you'll think about it tomorrow and more and more and more. Then you'll think of it more and more and more until it consumes your every day. And if it's not you've got to break. It's very hard to break that. It's like an addiction. Same with the thoughts. It's very difficult. Then you've got to stop the momentum and go in the opposite direction of positive content, positive thoughts, positive. So affirmations help a lot because it reprograms people. Okay. So I am pure positive energy, frequency, and vibration. All my thoughts are positive, high frequency, high vibrational thoughts. See? Are you welcome? Are you welcome? It's so cool. I mean, the energies that we got a new incoming. That's why I thought, let me come on before we all again. That my cells are tingling, they're like dancing, and you want to dance. Because, wow, we've got some more. We've got another, I noticed it today. I woke up a little bit more, and it's been slowly rising, my energy, and I've been, feeling, and then, I just thought, you're just getting all enthusiastic, and I thought, okay, let me go meditate, let me go do some affirmations. And then I started this, and I thought, wow, that is so cool. So there's an immense amount of light. Yeah. Let me just check. Yeah, there's a lot of light moving through the planet. Wow. We're busy. There's a lot of work going on with humanity at the moment. Wow. Yeah. That the angels want to tell you that they love you. They're very busy helping, spreading the light. spreading lots of light. And you can see them healing, but they're being so gentle with people. There's a lot of healing needed. No, that's why that thing of gentleness, because it's when you have a lot of dark, dense energy, it's very painful. So gently, gently, slowly, slowly. This is why the process is a slow process for people. And it takes you years to shed all of your darkness, your fear, your ego, really, mainly the stronghold. Many people are still in it, are still falling in that. Yeah, I saw. But it's a gentle process because it's for your highest good. Happiness, to bring joy, to bring freedom, light and prosperity and upliftment. It's like heaven, yeah, what you would call bringing heaven on earth. And this is what's happening slowly. Some are not ready for this. But the light is moving very much through the planet, and it is definitely rising. Wow. Yep. Wow, what a big difference from a few years ago. My goodness me. So there's been a lot of clearing going on at the moment. Yeah. And there's light going out to all of you. Wow. Like, imagine little stars. There's millions of little stars. Yes. Going out to all of you. It's energy and it's moving through the collective. Wow. And the light is expanding. Wow. It'll free up a lot of the mind. Like I was saying, it's freeing the mind, which is the ego, which is the most of everyone's thoughts, because they believe their thoughts, they don't realize, and they buy whatever someone else. So this freeing, liberating their mind from all this fear and, stronghold, whatever the ego's had over it. Yeah. It will clear up. It's almost like you would imagine the mind is like a veil. That's where your veil is, basically. People talk about the veil, right? It's like this cloud. They can't see it properly. It's like a mist, like a cloud, and it's going to clear away slowly. It clears away like this illusion, this veil they have over their eyes. Yeah. Which is that hate, the separation, the ego, the fear, the anger, all that other, Yeah. It brings unity. Peace. Yes. Those wishing, ask to raise your consciousness. Ask to raise your light. If this is your intention, it will be done. So ask. Because nothing will be taken from you or done unless you ask. So you're asked to release your baggage, your trauma. You're asked to release your karma. You're asked to release your negative beliefs, fear, thoughts, all that sort of thing. Ask to release you, and you need to intend. Whatever you intend to release, to change, to upgrade, it will be given to you. But there's no assertion, there's no... See, you have to ask. If you try and avoid it, push it back, this fear and this thing is coming up, your triggers. If you try and push it down again or avoid it, it will just build up. It won't. You have to willingly let go of this anger, hate, blame, all the other things you're hanging on to. Ask. There we are. Sometimes that thought that you're given to release something is coming from within. It's a hint, it's a little thing that makes me think, oh, maybe I should release that, or maybe I should release that. That's coming from your soul, your source, your energy within you, the light within you. It's trying to help you release the darkness that's within you, that's clouding your vision and your feelings and your light. Oh, wow. That energy clouds. So if you're ready, you can release all the old energy from the old paradigm, from the old dimension. You can release all of that. But not with judgment, not with thing, with thanks. Okay. With thanks. Thanked for its lessons, because we willingly did it, for the experience, for the lessons. And you release it with love and appreciation, because it is part of Source. All is part of Source. See, never when you do a release, never do it in anything, because it's energy. See, and it's so awesome. Oh, you're welcome. It's so freaking awesome. Love it. This energy is so cool. Yeah. So sit down. I can do affirmations. Affirmations help a lot depending on where you're sitting with. I was going to do a few shorts, but I have done them. There's a lot of where I found a lot of people are struggling, right, to break out of this problem, or their fear, their poverty, their lack. This is that whole thing. It's scarcity. Oh, we're going to run short of that, and lack, because they didn't realize they're the creator. So most of it's linked to self-worth. People that are trying to manifest money, clients, whatever, success, business, It's work. It takes time. They just think they can say, I'm going to do this, but they don't realize there's a lot of blocks they have in themselves. And most of it's self-worth. And if you want to find out where that block is, why you're not manifesting something and it's not happening, sit down and say these things, and you'll soon find out where the block is. Okay, so what I gave someone yesterday was a clue, because you could sort of see where the person's got a block, right? Because you don't understand. It's work, it's time. It takes time. We must be patient. Everything happens once you're starting on the awakening journey. You will be led slowly, slowly, slowly. It's a path. Always in the best, always for your highest and greatest good, on the easiest path, on the way, whatever you need to release, whatever you need to get to, whatever lessons or choices or whatever you decided in this life, you will get there. But you need to be patient, because your soul will do it. It'll be the highest joy, the best path for you. It'll unfold perfectly. And you'll know why in time, when you realize something happens, you realize, oh, why it didn't happen earlier on. And you'll be thankful it didn't happen early on, because you had a different mindset, or you hadn't worked your way up or cleared enough stuff, right? So a lot of people, I noticed this, is a self-worth. I mean, this is a huge problem on the planet. Self-love, self-worth. So affirmations, okay? And if you find these uncomfortable, it makes you want to cry or get upset, then you found as I said, the soft spot. Yeah, and I know there's a lot of that on. So like I did these things, I did this challenge and I've uploaded it to my YouTube page. And I said, do this, as Joe Dispenza said, it reprograms the mind, the ego, right? The fear one, that one that's always telling you down. Anything that's negative comes from the ego, the separation, the false Okay, this is a part you play while you're a human. So affirmations help you break through whatever problems you have. But you need to do them every bloody day to build up the momentum, positive, and you'll get more. You'll just find more words will be given to you, higher frequency words. Thoughts come into your mind to start saying. As you go up, as your thoughts go up, so do the other thoughts you'll get. It will be higher frequency, higher frequency, higher frequency. Because everything has a frequency. Every word has a frequency and thought. Okay, there's frequencies to them. So what you can do every day is I sit here, I'll give you some examples. I gave it to someone yesterday. Because it takes time. I started, you know. And you got to listen, you got to really seek. All right. It's a process. You get guided through this. Your first one is, you know, to wake up, face your darkness, get rid of most of your darkness and your fears and nonsense. And then you start on the healing. You know, there's so much. It's a long process, people. So for those that are here, but they're kind of there, do your affirmations. And one that's going to help you until you actually feel it. And when you feel comfortable and you feel, yes, you're owning this, and then you know you've got it, all right? So, I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I feel so worthy. I feel so worthy. I feel so worthy. I know my self-worth. I know my self-worth. I know my self-worth. This works, people. Believe me, you do it. You'll know the difference in 30-40 days, big time. You should be standing in that, like, feeling like you're 6-7 feet tall. Then you know you've reprogrammed this brain of yours, right? So self-worth, please do that. It's very important at the moment because you need to get there. Part of your ascension journey is when you're standing in self-love, self-worth, and then you know, because you are source. If you can't love yourself, well, you got a long way to go. So that worthiness, please do that. I am worthy. Self-love. I fully love and accept myself. 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 These are for different people. I don't know where you are, right? So the self-love, acceptance. Now, here's one. You know, if you've got an issue, you haven't figured out your self-worth, if you haven't done enough healing and clearing, here's one that's going to get you. And you'll know where you're not manifesting, right? I am worthy and deserving of all my wishes and desires. I am deserving of all my wishes and desires. I am deserving of all my wishes and desires. I know how deserving I am. I feel worthy and deserving. I am deserving of all my wishes and desires. I am deserving of all my wishes and desires. That shouldn't have any, that should be so comfortable. And there should be no little. Then you know you've got frequencies, you've got healing, you've got to work out of your system, all right? So worthiness, deserving. You are deserving, you are part of source. Nobody is more deserving or less deserving than you. So you deserve anything you want, you can have. And they'll tell you that anything you want, you can have and create. Another thing you've got to do is accept that you are a creator, which means you actually create your own reality. If you haven't figured that one out yet, well then you know exactly. You're not going to deliberate manifestation. Deliberate creation is knowing and accepting I am the one who is in control. I'm the one, whatever I say, think and do is what's going to happen. So when you start, like I said, if you go back to my other videos on this, on YouTube, you will see, like I said to people, every night you sit there and you set your intent. Like, you've got to see it though and feel it, right? Like tomorrow. So I visualize tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to get up. I'm going to give you an example, right? So let me think. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to get up. I'm going to feel happy. I'm in the moment, fully connected and present in the present moment. And I visualize this and I feel it. I'm going to have a wonderful day. I'm going to, I don't know, I'm just, you state and you're seeing it and you're feeling it, right? watch tomorrow is exactly what will happen and how you will feel. See. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, timelines, my friend. I don't control timelines. Okay. And I don't know when they're going to happen and which timeline is on either. So that's something. As you watch my video on YouTube, it explains that. Okay. So they're worthy and deserving. So if you start doing that, you will see tomorrow and you will actually feel that. And you've got to start practicing for people that haven't got there yet. Then you will realize, like you're doing the affirmations, and they will happen. You will start seeing a positive change. You'll start seeing when you start doing these affirmations, doing this, that is exactly how you will feel and what will happen. Whether you say tomorrow you want to do this, feel that, have a fantastic day, whatever you set out and intend, you speak to your inner being, whatever, is exactly what happens. And then you will start manifesting things that you're not so, because when you haven't got your self-worth, worthiness and all that sort of thing up yet, affirmations, you're going to have these things and doubts. And if you can put all that energy out and then you start doubting it, you've just wiped out all the hard work and all the energy you put into it. So you've cancelled everything you've done, really. So you've got to start manifesting little things that you don't feel, they will manifest like within a day. Things you have no resistance to. You just say you need a new pair of shoes, right? Say now you're walking around and you just snapped something on your shoes, or you did so. And I've done this. I manifest all the time. It's quite funny, actually. So I'll just sit in my bed and okay, in the universe, which I'm going to give you an example because it's happened to me, right? I'm an avid walker. I mean, that's my exercise every day. So I walk every day, part of my thing. And, you know, depending on the shoes, I've had some really good ones that have almost like hard rubber soles. But these other ones, these trainers, have like more of a plastic sole. They're supposed to be quite good, but anyway, never mind. They have more of a plastic sole, not rubbery or thing. So they wear through very quickly. I mean, I've worn, please, the amount I walk, I need proper, I use real homemade, real leather, handmade shoes that, you know, that last for countries, because that's how much walking I do. So I walk through these things like it's ridiculous. So another pair of shoes I got last year have just worn through. I was like, oh my, this is ridiculous, because there's a sole. And I thought, what's that funny noise inside my sole? I turned my shoe over, there's actually a hole. It's actually plastic, so it's like these thread whatever wore through, and the stone got inside, and the stone's so it's got holes underneath. I'm like, oh, for heaven's sake. And it's starting to really crack up. I think, oh. So I sat in bed and I said, right, universe, I need a good pair of walking shoes, and I need a haircut, right? My hair's, look at this. I haven't done my hair, it's grown out. I haven't had my hair done, it's a year now. So I normally do it once a year. I'm not, you know. So I've done it a year, right? So there we are. So it really needs a cut. This is dry and it needs a shape again. It's completely grown out. It was like from here down. Anyway. So I said, right, to the universe, right, source. I sat in bed and I want to get my hair done. Why not? Because I want to look nice and feel good. I'm going to have a haircut. I'm thinking about colouring my hair, doing something with it anyway. Because it's quite dark. I've got very little grey, if you notice here. I've got only bits on the side. But pretty much my hair is not grey. So anyway, so I was thinking, okay, I just want to do something different to feel good, right? So I want a haircut, and I'm playing with it. I'm thinking I'll do something different. So I sat in bed and I asked the universe, right, I want a haircut, and then I need a pair of shoes. Right. My daughter, I think I told her a day or two, I can't remember, I was just telling her, but it wasn't bothering me. I was going to get a pair of shoes, I was going to buy one. So anyway, she bought me a pair of shoes, I got one. The next day, and I sat in with the haircut thing is funny. I was sitting in bed and I told my higher self that I want a haircut, this and that, I want to. The next day, the first thing I get a message from my daughter. How's this? Hey mom, why don't you go for a haircut and I'll pay? You know, do you want to have your hair done and I'll pay for you? Go and book your hair. And I was like, and I burst out laughing. I said, do you know something? Because I'm teaching her slowly. And I told her, I said, I manifested this last night. I laughed. I had no idea. I didn't know. You don't know who and where it comes from. You don't ask. But you manifest things, okay? You just manifest it. So I got the next day, My daughter, out of the blue, decides, hey, Mom, why don't you go for a haircut? I'll treat you, don't have your hair done. I'm like, what? But you do things like, I'm not joking, people. You can see the things that happen. It's amazing what happens. Okay, that positive energy, you've got to stay in this vortex, what Abraham Hicks calls a vortex, right? You've got to stay in the high frequency. In order to do things, you've got to be consistently in the high frequency for a while. So you've got to be in a positive frame of mood or in alignment, or just, in a place of being when you're in a complete alignment with your soul. You've got to be in a place of being in the now. Just, you don't have to plan them. Don't try and force it. If you try and make things happen as well, you're just in the now, like that. I had no resistance. I just said I want my hair cut. And I was thinking maybe a month, next day. Didn't take long. Boom. And so I've got a haircut booked, appointment booked already. And they go, oh, well, amazing. I just decided I want to do my hair. Let's do something nice and maybe color it and then poof. So these things you do. And that's why I say, yeah, it works. I'm not joking. But you need to stay. You've got to work on, you've got to do affirmations every day. You've got to stay in alignment. So when you know what alignment means, when you're in alignment with your source, when you've got no resistance, you're in the now, present moment. Basically no thought. When you cancel all thought, when they talk about people in bliss, like Jesus was, right? And that bliss is when there is no thought. There's no resistant thought, whatever. And the best way to be, that's why they tell you to meditate every day, is that there's no resistance. There's no thought. You're stopping all thoughts. That's why humans sleep at the moment. When you're in a higher way of being, you don't need to sleep because you're not thinking negative. You haven't got any resistance, negative nonsense. You know what I mean? You're not going to be in resistance to what you want. You see? And you're not going to be thinking, yeah. Anyway, anyone that wants to learn, you've got to listen to Abraham Hicks every day. You can subscribe to a lot of people share her stuff on YouTube, and you will learn bit by bit, and you will be guided. When you're in the right place, your soul will guide you to the right videos. So they will just pop up on your YouTube every day. Oops, there's an Abraham Hicks one. Oops, there's an Abraham Hicks one every day. And you will learn, you'll learn until you get the hang of it. And the best thing you can ever be is be in the present moment. Stay centered, aligned, out of thought, in that fully connected place of bliss, oneness, whatever. There we are. Yeah, but it takes time. There's no problem. There's no problem. It takes time. It takes time. You build up that momentum. The more you do affirmations every day, remember, you're building up positive things. The more positive thoughts, the more same frequency, energy, and frequency thoughts come to you. It's consistent work. Meditate every day. Do your affirmations every day. And if you're having a day like when you're doing hearing, so what? Just don't think anything negative about it. Don't then think, oh, I've done something wrong. I shouldn't be. Don't judge yourself or any negative thought. Because by giving it, as Bashar will tell you, is this energy. You label it positive or negative. That's it. Just don't label the shit. No thought, no judgment. And that's the best way for people to get anywhere. The fastest way is like the Buddhists say. Just, if you want to get anywhere, no thought, no judgment, nothing. Quiet the mind. Quiet all thoughts. The fastest way you can get up, then the fastest way to get there. That's it. To get into a higher frequency, higher dimension is by cancelling all thoughts. There we are. And staying in the present moment and not judging. Just as your mind goes off, quieten the mind. Hum. Chant. Sing, chant, hum. If you want to shut the mind up, because the mind just won't be quiet, you can say affirmations, like I said. I'm pure positive energy, frequency, vibration. I am blessed. I am blessed. As soon as a little shitty thought creeps in, I'm blessed. That'll cancel it. I am blessed. I am blessed. I'm divinely guided. I've shared so many of these things to say, you know. And you will see that the more you work up, the more another one will come to you. You see. See. I am safe. I am secure. There's so many. Use these things. Because if you want to cancel a feeling, as I say, you've got to, wisdom, guidance, yeah. There we are. Done enough. Done enough now. Done enough. All right. You're welcome. But try and do those. I just thought I'll share them with you. I don't know if there's anything else. Don't know. I want to sit and meditate now because the energies are so awesome anyway. Just want to sit in a place of meditation and travel a bit. Alright, lovely people. So cool. I'm going to sit here and zone out for a while now. I'm traveled plenty now. You're welcome. Do those. Such a good clearing. Wow. But we need to be patient. Everyone's on their own level, and it takes some time. And they all got different things, and some people haven't worked through their lessons and whatever. There's many. We've got so much to do. Okay? They don't understand. So just ignore people. They'll get there. They don't understand. A lot of people... What's a saying that came to me yesterday, when you see people, doing things that maybe you don't, that you perceive, it's judgment again. There's a good saying, they know not what they do. They don't. If people are behaving not a good way, they are just in a lower state of consciousness. What you don't know. They don't know what they're doing. They will get up, that's all. So don't hate them, don't judge them, because they don't. What you don't know, you don't know. They're in that level of consciousness. Like you see, fighting and blaming and shaming and, that's all, that's where they're at. Yeah. No, we don't meet them where they are. We don't lower your frequency to them, but you're understanding. You don't ever lower your frequency to someone that's joining the bandwagon. You don't jump on the bandwagon of that. You keep your high-flying thing, because if you are, then you will see that and understand, oh, okay, well, there we are, and just send them love. Because you have compassion for them, because they, they're just in a lower, darker, denser consciousness and energy, and they don't realize that they're harming themselves and everything, and they don't know they're connected to everything. That's all. Simple as that. And you were the same. We were all. So we don't throw stones. They know not what they do. There we are. Very simple. And that's so true. Okay. Anybody that's angry, fear, hateful, blame, this, that nonsense, or they're carrying on, they don't know. Because if they were up there, they sure as hell wouldn't be behaving like that. They have to get there. And that's their soul's lesson and journey. And they will, they will in their own time. Okay. And you understand they're doing more harm to themselves than anybody else. That's what they don't realize. Because the energy you build up now, you're coming back to the planet. And when you carnate again back into the planet, guess what? You pick up, as they call that crystalline grid, you pick up that energy that you want to call your cash, and you start all over again. So if you build up a positive vortex now, positive thoughts, higher frequency, you're working on your healing and clearing, guess what? You're not going to come back and have to repeat any of those lessons, and you've done that healing and you've done that clearing. You are making your next life so much better. What these poor people don't realize now, that are trying to cause trouble and division and hate and all kinds of nonsense for themselves, or whatever they're doing, right, are going to pick up that shit and that energy and those frequencies and vibrations and everything when they reincarnate back. This is why the Buddhas say, why do you think the Buddhas are going around saying, do good, do good, do good? Going around, doing charity work and doing and helping and giving to others and compassion, because they're building up this positive thing. So in their next life, you see, good blessings and things come to them. They know exactly what they're doing. They've been doing, all they've studied is the mind and consciousness, for centuries, thousands of years. This is what they kept, and, if anybody knows, they know very well. So this is the same thing applies to everybody. See, so understand what you think and do now. The energies, your thoughts, what you participating and blaming and hating, whatever. You are only, that's energy that sits in your field. And whatever you don't heal and work through and release and clear now, you see, there we are, and lessons. It's something you're going to carry through with you to your next one, okay? So the higher you can go now, the higher frequency, the higher awareness, the higher everything. Energies, things, you're carrying it through, the good you do. All right, there we are. So your next carnation will be so much easier, people. So build positive, put positive things, positive thoughts, positive energy, positive beliefs, everything that's high frequency, that's positive, that's light into your life, into others, into your world, your actions, your thoughts, your words. And there we are. Okay. You're going to have the little days because we get working through it. Sometimes if you drop, and the ego is going to, you know, I did. I had a fun one the other day. Shit. Yeah. Because it doesn't get much of a chance because I did the 30-40 day challenge. So it hasn't got a chance to sneak out, but it snuck out the other day. And it got very busy. Oh boy. And it was like, oh my gosh. Put it back in its place, you know. So even then, yeah, even that, you don't get angry and you don't judge yourself. You're like, oh, all right. Did you sneak out there? Yes, all right. You know, there we are. And you get up again and you know, you be understanding and have that same love and compassion and patience for yourself. See, there we are. You're welcome. And that's why they say, have that for yourself. But please do those affirmations of love, worthiness, and accepting. Okay. Worthy, deserving. I am deserving, and you are. You absolutely deserving of all you wish and desire. You can have anything. But there's always opposites to everything. All right. All right. Give, give, give. Love. Be kind. Be everything. It'll come back to you. That's why I say people are going, oh, look what they did. They don't realize these poor people that aren't doing well here, that are consciously doing things that aren't good, right? You don't want to be in their shoes. They're going to come back in another life if they don't do, you know, work through their karma in this life and do forgiveness and ask for forgiveness, whatever. They don't try and fix that up. What you've done, you have to work that shit out. Either take that karma, you know, you're going to have to work through that karma yourself, or you're going to have to get the forgiveness. They're going to be come into a carnation which is going to be not pleasant. You do not want to be in their shoes. So don't throw stones at these people that are doing wrong, because you should have compassion for them. Whoa, they are bringing serious shit to themselves. And especially in this new energy, it's far more zapped up. So the better good you do, the stronger it is. It's amplified, right? So what's happening now is all the good will be amplified, and same with all the other. You see, so those doing wrong, bad, causing trouble and division and hate and whatever else. Yeah, as I say, they know not what they do. They do not need you throwing stones and hating them and blaming them and trying to take sides, because you don't know. You see, it's not pleasant. It really isn't pleasant. All right, people. Feel sorry for them. I do, because I've paid back karma. And I know people that have. You've suffered in this life. Guess what? You've been paying back some serious karma. There we are. You let go of it. If you can forgive, the whole idea of you, if you why is that you've forgiven everybody and you've let their souls free with love. Everyone that hurt you and done horrible things to you, that is great wisdom. Because your next life is free. You've broken that chain of karma. You don't have to come back now in the next life, and you'll be making them suffer and doing horrible things to them. And the next life, it goes on and on. See? Break the cycle of negativity. Pamela, go to my YouTube channel. I've shared what I can tell you is on YouTube already, what's been shared. When? I don't know. Timeline? I don't know. There's no point asking me. I've said what needs to be said. Okay. So there we are, people. Don't throw stones because they come back to you. Don't blame those doing wrong because they don't know what they're up for. If they're not connected, if you are connected to your soul or source or high being, you will not be doing wrong. Blaming, hating, judging, criticizing, any nasty things. Because you know it's going to come back to you. See? So those that are out there trying to blame their politicians and things and also spewing hate out there, ain't going to do any good. Okay, you don't want to connect back into a country next time where it's going to be oppression and other nasty things, do you? Or something, no. So don't wish that, because what you're sending out is also what you're believing. That's the you are creating it for yourself. You see, it's not good. All right, do good, send good out there. Yeah, exactly, Barbara. Share only love, yeah. Because that's what comes back to you. All right. And that's why people don't realize we want to, and you going around and we should do this to them and do all horrible things to people. And I'm like, ooh, don't do that. You don't want to do that. This is what humanity was kept in this cycle of shite for. You don't want to be one of those beings that are going to be on the lower end of the bad shit that's going to, whatever's going to happen. Because it's going to be good, as I said, it's amplifying. Remember, things are amplified now. So don't participate in any negative, because that's going to be amplified. Participate in the light. Stronger, stronger, stronger. All right. All right. And don't send it out to anybody, because I promise you, yeah, the suffering they're bringing into themselves, they cannot imagine. They cannot imagine. They now they don't realize I'm now in control and power and I can do what I want and in this life. Shit. And then they'll be born. Let me try and give you an example. Someone that's doing that, all right, that's going around purposely, knowingly killing a lot of people or in power and doing a lot of bad things, right? This life, I've got control. I can do this. I can do that. Next life, guess what? You're going to be born in Yemen, starving, and your country is being bombed. That's what you do to you. That's what they don't realize is what they're doing equal to what you're doing. What the harm you are doing, right, to someone or whatever it is. This is what is going to come to you. This is what they don't realize. So that's why I say, do not throw any more hate on people that feel sorry for those that are doing bad and wrong things, because they're going to suffer. And they don't know this. It's ignorance. It really is. And I mean, I had some not so fun this life. Ooh. So I can only imagine, and I know some of it was, I was very well clear. I asked, and it was karma. I was like, ew, did I? Shit, I must have been a real shit to have got that. Yeah. Big one. I was like, oh, shit. So don't do bad, people. And do not send any more out to those people out there, right? Because it's going to come back to you in your next. All right. If you've managed to free it now, I worked my way through my shit. And I forgave everyone. I released everything. That's why I say karma. You can drop it in this life, if fair enough, because it has to be worked out. So I have worked through mine. I got it back. Yes, this life was woo. Did I? So I worked through my shit, not knowing, and also patterns and stupid mistakes I didn't learn. I kept repeating them. So I worked through it. I did all the forgiving. I released my karma willingly. Because I can. Because I paid it back now. So mine was cleared. You can clear it from you. So it's not going to, keep giving you problems. But you have to be able to, release, willingly do it. And if you have built up enough shit, don't think you can drop it now. You've done shit and you can say, oh, well, no, what you've done to those other people will, you know what I mean? It's energy. That energy you've sent out. It does come back to you, okay? So you ask for forgiveness from their higher selves, and whatever you've done to anybody, and whatever they've done to you, forgive all of it. And people that don't want to, I have such sympathy for them, because they don't realize what they're doing. It's not, you can try and explain to them. They think they're punishing other people. I'm not going to forgive them. What they did to me, I can't forgive them. They don't realize you are the one that is going to suffer, because you are going to come back and do it again. Or you're going to be coming back to do it to them. So you're both trapped, you know what I mean? You're trapping yourselves. The perpetrator and the person who's doing it are both trapped. Because you are going to come back in the next life and inflict that same punishment on them. They're going to come back and inflict, oh my, people don't realize. And I kept trying to tell them, and they don't want to see it. I can't forgive them. No ways I can forgive them for what they did. I'm like, oh, and I have, my heart goes out to them, because they don't realize what they're doing to themselves. They don't understand the importance of forgiveness. It is so important, but it's got to come from the heart, and you've got to let go. You've got to willingly and with love set that person free. And when you can wish that person that's harmed you love, then you 100% there. When you actually can send them love, not hate, then wow. Then you've come a far way, people. Okay. All right, lovely beings. speak to you guys soon. I want to enjoy my meditation. All right. Bye.